Hey beautiful people, it's Courtney. I'm back today with a beginner slime video, which I haven't done in a very long time, so I am super excited for it. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you 4 ways to make slime without any borax at all. So before we hop into this video, I am having a giveaway right now, giving away an iPad running until the end of April. All you have to do to enter is be subscribed to this channel, my vlog channel, and follow both of my Instagrams. I'm going to link all of that in the description box as usual for you guys, and also I'll be announcing the winner over on my Instagram. So let's hop in to this video. So the first thing I'm doing is putting some white glue in 3 out of 4 of these containers, and for the 4th one we're actually going to be putting some basic Model Magic clay, and that's going to be the only type of clay that's going to work well for this DIY. So we're going to stick it there, and then I'm also going to go in and color them all really quickly. You could use food coloring, you could use paint, you could use pigment. There's so many options to color your slime, but my personal favorite is food coloring. So you could of course mix colors. I'm just doing a dash of each color. The more food coloring, the more vibrant it's going to be, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and stir it in and let the color combine for all of these, and I will also try to list all of the products and items that I use in this video down below in the description box for you if you guys want to check them out. Also let me know what you think about this beginner series. I haven't done one in so long, so even if you aren't new to slime, you might learn something new because I'm going to be going into the pros and cons of everything in this video. So for the clay one, this one is a little more difficult to mix. You might want to wear gloves. It's up to you. It will wash off of your hands if you do get it on your hands, but I try to keep the food coloring off my hands, of course, and then I just mix it in. And as you could see right out of the bag, the clay is pretty like a tough consistency, so I had to really work it in pretty well. Going in with the first DIY, I'm going to start with the most common, and that is using Stay Flow or Sta-Flo. I'm really still not sure how to say this, but this is liquid starch you could find in your laundry detergent aisle at the grocery store, at Walmart. Usually Walmart is a good bet, they always have it, but it is a liquid starch. So I'm adding in a little bit at a time and just mixing it, and you will see that this definitely takes quite a bit of liquid starch to activate. So I'm going to go in with the pros and cons of each activator. That way you could decide which one's best for you. So like I said, this takes a lot of liquid starch to fully activate your slime. You'll see that when the slime starts to pull away from the edges of the container that it's getting into more of a slime consistency, and it will be ready to stick your hands into very soon. So a pro for me for using this liquid starch would be that it is very, very forgiving. And by that I mean if you dump in a little too much, it's most likely gonna be okay. It's not gonna just turn into a solid chunk of slime. Like if you have a strong borax activator, that could happen a lot with your slime. So this is very forgiving. You know, you could really go in small amounts and nothing too crazy is gonna happen all at once. So I think that is definitely a pro. Another pro is that it is very affordable, probably one of the most affordable methods out of all of these. The only con is if you're really good at making slime and you've made it a ton, this does definitely take the most time out of all of these methods just because you do have to keep adding in so much of it. But once it starts to pull away from the edge of the container, of course, I'm going to go in and start kneading it. A little tip I have is always go in with one hand first. That way, if you need to add more activator, both hands aren't messy. And here is the final result. I love the result that Stay Flow gives. It is very clicky, very great for bubble pops, and just a really fun slime to play with. A really nice texture, so it gives for some amazing sound and ASMR. So I really enjoy this. It's really one of the simplest, no-fail ways to make slime without mixing ingredients or anything crazy. So this would be my go-to tip if you could find it in your area and you're new to making slime. Next, I'm going in with baking soda and contact lens solution. So I'm just combining both of these into a bowl. This is about how much baking soda I use, and then I'm just using the saline solution to dilute it and just mix it all together. Now for this, you saw how much I mixed together. That's about a perfect amount for this. I don't really use exact measurements. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's definitely not a super science. You could kind of mix it a little bit. It doesn't have to be exact. But this is probably my least favorite method out of all of them, just because for one, it involves 2 ingredients. Now you might already have these on hand, which is nice if you have contact lenses, and most people have baking soda in their pantry. So this is a good just temporary way to make slime. If you have a slime shop, it's definitely not the most economical thing to use, and it's also kind of a hassle to mix the two. However, unlike the Stay Flow, you guys could see that this one came together a lot faster and needed a lot less liquid solution. So that is a pro if you're in a hurry and you just want to kind of get it done quickly. This one works well. It's really just a matter of personal preference, and also what you have on hand at home can make a huge difference as well. So this is, again, a method that works very well. It's just not one that I use very often. The next activator I have is laundry detergent. Now there is a bit of a caveat to this. Not all laundry detergents work. This is Arm & Hammer and it works great. Tide also works very well. But the best thing is pretty much everyone has laundry detergent in their home. So what's really great is you could always just try it out. If yours doesn't work, you could try a different brand and try Tide or Arm & Hammer. But I think this one works really well. Now there is a few, I guess, drawbacks to this. Is one, if you're trying to do a white slime and your laundry detergent is blue, like they tend to be a lot of times, it obviously is going to tint your slime a little bit, but obviously with this blue slime here, you can't tell at all. And it's also going to make your slime smell incredibly strong. Well, not incredibly strong, but definitely smell like laundry detergent. So if it's for your personal use, I think it works just fine. Especially I like the smell of laundry detergent, but if you're trying to add scents and stuff, it's not the best activator to use. But in a bind, if you have it on hand, it's very, very easy to make, and it forms a really great slime as well. And this one, as you saw, it came together really easily, just like the previous one. Both of these are definitely easier to combine than the Stay Flow. That one definitely takes a little more mixing and a little more time. But overall, I think this one is really nice. Again, great texture, very similar to the Stay Flow one. I think the baking soda has my least favorite texture out of all of them. It's a little more hard than these two, but as you can see, a really nice overall texture. Now for this last slime, all you need is lotion and the Model Magic clay. Now this is actually one of my favorites. It almost gives you a slime like a butter slime, almost very, very similar to a true butter slime. As you could see, that was how hard the slime ripped. I guess I should just call it clay. That's how hard the clay ripped right before I added any lotion into it, so it didn't have much stretch to it at all, and I had to tug on it very, very hard. But the more lotion you add, again, I don't measure, I just kind of do a little bit at a time, because you could always add more, but it's much harder to fix it. So I do a little bit at a time until it's as stretchy as I would like. I did this about 4 times with the amount you saw me pumping in to the clay, and it turns into like a really nice spreadable texture. It's not very clicky, it's not very great for ASMR, but I'm a huge fan of the texture. It's very holdable, and this is just really different, and you don't need glue or borax. So I think this is really great if you have some clay on hand. And most people also have lotion, so that's another easy ingredient to find. But overall, you could see it's very much like a butter slime, very spreadable, just no really like bubbles in it or anything fun like that. But I think it's very fun, very sizzly. It's just a very different texture, but it's a nice like change to the mix compared to the other 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll link my previous videos over to the side of me. You could click on them if you'd like to check them out, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye!